Okay, we're back to the brownie boy. But before we get to the brownie boy, I want to make just a few observations about this Christian cult. First of all, it's now the beginning of January. Last month, they had their pagan holiday. And I heard on the news reports, one of the Christians was saying they had a thing called, is their God liar? What is it called? Lord, liar, or lunatic. And he said he couldn't be, he had to be the Lord because he wasn't a liar or a lunatic. Well, Richard Carrier, we mentioned him before. He's a very big historian in the historic community. And he writes his observations, the claim who wants to be God, or else he was a liar or a lunatic. Okay? And since this can both be dismissed, evidence as he was greatly moral teacher and behaved blah blah blah. Okay, first of all, the way he answers is foolishness. First of all, it could have been nothing. All his followers wrote everything. The J-boy didn't write anything. His followers could have been liars and lunatics. They could have made the whole thing up, or they thought he was this or that or whatever. But that's not our concern. But what I'm going to say over here is, they say the same thing about Muhammad. Look at this. Proofs of his prophethood. What Muhammad's claim to prophet, was he a liar, was he insane, a poet, or a sorcerer? And of course they go through the whole thing and then claim, well, he couldn't be a liar or a sorcerer, he must have been the true prophet. Well, if the Christians believe that their God was true because of liar, Lord, liar, or lunatic, then they have to believe in Muhammad, and of course they don't believe in Muhammad. So their argument falls apart over here. The second thing I want to bring up is, it's funny, the Christians come to my room always and claim that we should follow their God, the J-boy, is because 2 billion Christians can't be wrong. They have many, many followers, so can't be wrong. And also, mostly they say the first followers were Jewish. So therefore, we must follow them. The first follower, it's the Jews that started the Christianity, they claim, and I'm a Jew, I should follow them. What they don't claim is that the millions of Jews that claimed at the time that he was a liar and a lunatic. That they don't say. But anyways, it's funny, the next day they come to me and they say, oh, the Jews started the porn, the Jews started communism, the Jews started every evil in the world. Was the fault of the Jews started it. The first ones were the Jews. I said, yeah. And there goes your J-boy, the first Jews. Okay, they don't catch it, but I'm sure the audience here, anyone with the brains, will catch on to that meaning. Another thing I want to mention is, like I said, they mentioned 2 billion followers, 2 billion Christian followers. It must be true. You have to know that in Christianity, in my room, I asked the Christian, I said, what's the difference between a Christian and a pagan? Okay? In Christianity, when you say, all of a sudden, let's say you convert to Christianity, you really don't have to change anything almost. Like a pagan, you can still go to the movies like a pagan, you can go to the bar like a pagan, you can look like a pagan, you can do everything. Go to a Christian house, the Christian has his God on the wall and the pagan has his God on the floor. It's almost the same thing. There's no difference really between a pagan and a Christian. Okay, you can't see any difference. I asked one Christian in my room, I said, what's the difference? He tells me, well, a Christian is baptized and a pagan is not baptized. You see, that's the difference. So of course they're going to have a lot of followers. You don't really have to give up anything to come. Let's say to convert to Judaism, you have to follow 613 laws, a set of laws. And Christianity claims we don't have any laws. We don't need any laws. We're like animals. We can go around, kill, murder. There's no laws at all. Ask any Christian, what's the law in Christianity? If you rape, if you steal, if you murder, they couldn't tell you. Or you go to hell. Yes. I'm sure hell doesn't the prison. I'm worried about the Christian hell. What I'm saying is that Just because you have a lot of followers doesn't mean that sure it's the religion, and their cult is absolutely nothing, has nothing to it. Of course, Christians will argue, we have this, we have that, but outwardly you cannot tell, inwardly too, you cannot tell anything. Oh, I believe in Jesus. Well, he believes in his God, this pagan God and everything. So it's actually, there's no difference. And you notice when the Romans converted to Christianity, they still went conquering, they still went looting. The Colosseum, where they killed Christians, is still standing. They didn't burn it down. They didn't hardly changed anything. So of course the Roman pagans would convert to Christianity. It's not a big deal. They didn't have to give up too much. They just have to give up worshiping 10 gods, and now they worship 3 gods and called it one. Instead of 10 gods, they worship 10 gods and call them one God. Is the Christian you say to the pagans, hey, you worship 10 gods, just call them one God and that's it, you're all set. You're set to go. So it's all, this Christian cult is all a joke. Oh, I guess we're out of time. Next time we'll pick up the J-Boy. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.